I used to spend over $2,000 a month running my business, and then Claude Code helped me cut out a majority of it, almost $1,400. And I'm going to show you exactly where every dollar was going and how I actually saved that amount. My name is Meir. I'm the founder of RevGen AI, and we run our whole entire company at this point through Claude Code and AI agents. But it wasn't that way just not so long ago. And so here's what my monthly costs used to look like. I used to have three separate instantly workspaces, each totaling $181 a month. Zapmail subscriptions across two workspaces, which totaled $159 a month. Sales Navigator at $120 a month, both ChatGPT Pro and Claude Code Pro, and Opus Clip, which I had bought for my editor, but I'd already fired him and I didn't need it anymore. And so the biggest one was my actual editors, which were editing my podcast at $800 a month. Another thing was I had other costs which I wasn't even aware of that added up to another few $100s a month. But overall, I found that I was running a business at $2,100 a month in fixed costs. So I'll walk you through every single cut that Claude Code and I made and give you a framework to how you can actually audit and lower your costs safely. So basically, there were three phases to this. The first was an audit, which Claude Code helped me categorize all my bank transactions. Second phase was the cuts. So we canceled and consolidated. And then the third phase was the migration, moving everything into a consolidated workspace so that the functionality stayed the same. And so I literally just took all my bank transactions from the last months, pasted them into Claude Code, and asked it to audit my expenses. Basically, what it started to do is categorize every single recurring charge and showed me what was redundant. Then it found really like unnecessary things like $45 a month in Zap Shield, which was a subscription that I was paying for and I didn't even know about. And then four burned email accounts that I was using for my outreach that I was still paying for, even though the infrastructure wasn't useful anymore. And so the biggest win was actually being able to replace my podcast editors who were costing me $800 a month with Claude Code automation. So I automated my entire podcast production pipeline with Claude Code, and now all it can do is basically the same thing that my editors were doing, which is download my recordings, edit them, clean up the noise, and generate show notes and clips, and then distribute that to my guests and to social media. And so it all runs automatically now. Number two was the instantly workspace consolidation. I integrated everything into one larger workspace and saved $94 a month. And then the third one was consolidating my actual infrastructure and saving another $80 a month. And then number four, which one, this one was the coolest, was being able to save on my LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which was costing me $120 a month. But I figured out how to use Sales Navigator with Claude Code without a subscription. So I'm not going to share that here, but if you want guidance on how to do that, feel free to DM me. And then number five is like the small stuff that added up. So ChatGPT Plus, Up at AI, an extra school community that I didn't even know about, Opus Clip, which I was able to get refunded. All of it added up to $1,400 a month saved on a $2,100 base, and that's a 65% cost reduction. And so here's how you can do the same thing. Step one, pull all your bank transactions into a spreadsheet or Airtable and have Claude Code categorize every single thing that is recurring. Step two is for each tool, ask yourself, am I using this? And does it overlap with something else that I'm using that can be used, just it alone? And then step three is to actually map the dependencies before you cancel anything. Ask Claude Code to find a way that you can cancel something and have it be reversible so that everything is risk free and you're not actually going to break your systems. And then step four is execute that migration plan with those rollback options. Okay. And that's the key here, is that you don't want to mess up your business. You just want to make smart choices, and Claude Code will actually help you work through that process safely. So if you're running a business right now and your tool costs keep on running up, just try this. Paste your bank account statement into Claude Code and see how it'll audit it for you. And if you want my help doing this to help you save costs, first and foremost, subscribe. And if you want help setting something like this up, feel free to DM me or book a free accelerator call. I only have 3 spots this week, but I'll leave the link down in the description. All right, see you in the next one.